Hello, future doctors. So, today the topic is projectile motion, kinematics. Very important topic is projectile motion, and we will be studying the basics of the projectile motion in this particular session, small session. So, what is basically a projectile? Projectile is anything which you are throwing obliquely to the particular surface which is horizontal. Like for example, if I give you a clear example from cricket, let's say a ball goes to the third man fielder, and then third man fielder picks up the ball and throws the ball towards the wicket keeper. So what is the path being followed by the ball? This path is a parabolic path, and this whole parabolic path is can be visualized under two dimensions. I can divide this whole motion under two dimensions. That is, let's say this is the x-axis, and let's say this is the y-axis. Now, to analyze projectile motion, first of all, we need to see that we need to break the whole motion into two particular parts, that is, into two dimensions, that is x and y. Because when we analyze any motion by breaking up into its single dimension, then it is very easy to analyze. So you will see after the derivation how it is really easy to analyze a projectile path. Let's say the projectile was projected with an initial speed u, and the angle with the horizontal was, let's say, theta. So what I can do here, I can take the components of this velocity vector in two directions. U cos, clearly we can see. I hope you all have studied vectors, and this will be u sin theta. Now, wherever this projectile goes, for example, it comes to this location, it comes to this location, it comes to this location, or it is here, or it is here, or it is finally striking the ground. Everywhere the acceleration assumed is only g. What we consider is the acceleration in x direction is equals to 0. I am not considering any wind, I am considering ideal conditions. Also, I am considering that this g, that is approximately 10 meter per second square, is constant everywhere wherever the particle goes, चाहे यहाँ पे or here or here or here or here. अच्छा, what happens at the highest point? At the highest point, if you see, the projectile is left with only one component of the velocity, that is only the horizontal component, which is u cos theta. Now, why I am saying this? Because if you visualize any object you throw in the air with a speed u, let's say, what happens at its maximum height? Its speed at that moment becomes 0. So if you visualize this motion, then it is at the maximum height, and therefore at the maximum height, what should happen? The vertical component of the velocity of this projectile must be equal to 0 for sure. All right. Now let's come to the end point. At end point, what will happen? Again, it should strike with a speed u, because I am able to apply conservation of energy principle, because it has come to the same level and the angle remains with the horizontal same. So it is somewhat symmetric about this axis. If I keep mirror here, all right, then it is symmetric about this mirror. This motion is symmetric about this mirror. Just that this part of the motion is the ascent. First part of the motion is ascent, and the second part of the motion is descent. I hope these things are pretty clear. Now let's arrive to some mathematical things regarding projectile motion. So this is the maximum height. This is called as the range of the projectile. Now what I am doing is I am separating the variables for the x direction, and I am separating the variables for the y direction. So what was the initial component of velocity in x direction? That is u cos theta, according to the given situation. And y direction, the initial component was how much? U sin theta. What was the acceleration in x direction? 0. What was the acceleration in y direction? It is g. that is also downwards. Now, one thing is very important. While doing the calculations or the mathematical part, you need to assign the positive and negative sign with respect to downwards or upwards. So let's say I'm considering upwards as positive. So by convention, downward becomes easily negative. Now, first objective of mine is to find out the time of flight for this projectile motion. So the time taken to go from A to B point. Now for doing this, see how it becomes very easy. We will be just splitting the components of y direction. We can say in y direction, when projectile is thrown up, its velocity in the y direction is upwards, that is u sine theta. But when it is coming down, the component will be downwards, that is u sine theta will be this component and u cos theta will be this component. So u sine theta, since it is down, we can use v is equals to u plus at in y direction. How to modify this? Final velocity in downward direction will become u minus u sine theta. Initial will be how much? U sine theta. Gravity is towards downside, minus g into capital T. So taking u sine theta there, you get time of flight as a very important formula of projectile motion. Total time of flight is 2u sine theta by g. Now to calculate the other things, we have we can do it very easily. See how you can just manage the range of the projectile. See, range, for range, you are seeing that range is the displacement in the x direction when projectile is going and striking at this point. So what is the final displacement? This is the final displacement. So for range, you need to observe the x direction. Now it has become very easy. Why? Because in the x direction, you have only the horizontal component of speed in x direction as u cos theta. So displacement traveled in x direction is equals to range is simply this horizontal component of speed, that is u cos theta, into time, that is how much? 2u sine theta by g. Alright, so this becomes how much? U square, 2u square sine theta cos theta by g. Now everybody knows, everybody should know, because you are a student of physics, so you might have done the basic mathematics part. 2 sine theta cos theta is sine 2 theta. So what is the formula of range? Now it is looking somewhat arranged and beautiful. U square sine 2 theta by g. Similarly, we can also find out the maximum height by analyzing the y direction, and its formula comes u square sine square theta by 2g. Alright, I hope you liked this whole analysis of projectile motion. So we will be doing other things in the next session. All the best, practice well.